Hello everyone. I have not done a video in a long time, and this one is going to be the tour of my jungle living room. I have so many plants, it's ridiculous, but hey, I love them. I got an addiction. It is what it is. I'm not mad at me. So I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna talk kind of fast because there's a lot of plants and I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So, Dracaena, I gave you some artificial lighting here. See that? Whoop, sorry. And that lighting was to get all of this color that's coming out of it, because when I first got it, I didn't have this light on it. It was more green. But since I've gotten it, you see how beautiful that pink is? Yes. Here I have my bamboo. It has gotten so nice and tall. I had to give it a stick there to help it stand up straight, because it was getting things to lean like that way, but now it's straight. Over here I have a mixture of plants. I repotted this today. I have pothos in here. I think I have philodendron in here, and I believe I have either evergreen or what do you call that? Diphyllodia. I am not sure. I always get them confused sometimes because some of them look similar. But anyway, more pothos in here, more pothos here. I believe, no, it's not this one. I'm gonna have to keep spinning this. I gotta remember that. Anyway, in here I have this plant. There's several tags in here, as you can see. There's a lot, and this is the only one that made it. And I don't know where the tag is for this one. This may be it. It says Dracaena, but I have no idea. Anyway, the plant is getting kind of tall now, and since it's my only survivor, I'm determined to keep it living. Over here, we have my spider plant that is doing really bad. I repotted it. It's not looking any better. I didn't know that I needed to cut back the roots when I repotted it. When I first bought it, the pot was broken because the roots were busting it open. It was really crazy. This plant was so full. Now look, all of the babies. Look at this. This just death. Anyway, this was a piece of plant my mommy gave me. It had flowered twice for me this year alone, which was a good look. I'm getting a new leaf here, so I'm always happy to see that. Over here is a Dracaena, a limelight Dracaena. It was in a corner that was too dark. That's why you got all this deadness. But I decided, do you want it to live or die? Get it together. So now it's in the window and probably gonna appreciate it. Here we have my croton that I really love. I love these yellow specks and whatnot all throughout these leaves. This one, I still can't remember the name of it, but it's flowered for me again. I use a special water mixture that I saw on YouTube. That mixture of water, I know it has molasses in it. I do it myself, so it has molasses and has some kind of fish, something in this other mix, whatever it is. I'll put it up at the bottom of the thingy, and I have a air pump in the water to make sure that the air gets in there to give it more oxygen in the water to get rid of all those bad things, and then I add the stuff and blah 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 blah. Okay, anyway, over here is my pepperonia, I think it's called. It is doing pretty good. I'm happy about it. Here we have my butterwort. This plant had about 4 or 5 extra plants on it, and it flowered, yay. And I separated it and I gave it new pots. 3 out of the 4, or if it's 5 of them, 4, 1 out of the 4 survived outside of the mother. It is what it is. I have my orchids. There's 3 in here in total. I combined 2 of them to make this pot here. It flowered for me. This one flowers at least 4 or 5 times a year. This one flowers maybe once or twice a year. This one has yet to flower since I got it. Over there, this one was some kind of black succulent kind of rose plant. I can't remember the name. That's really bad. And bugs got to it, but I cut the thing off, as you can see. But you see that? It's getting new buds sticking out there, growing in. which was the purpose of me cutting off that piece. And I'm gonna have to keep it happy so that the bugs don't come back. Here, rubber plant, I believe. Now this one has a different name though. It is called Ficus tonica. Now if it's tonica, we gonna make her a ghetto one. What? Anyway, she is doing very well. She is a happy camper. This is gonna fall off eventually because it's a new leaf that came in, and plus another one's coming. I'm happy. This one I believe is a Dracenia as well. I love the variegation in this with the spotted light creamy yellowish colors on there, and it's a happy camper. Here is my bird of paradise. I'm a little out of breath, sorry. It's getting a new leaf again. This will be the third one this year, maybe the fourth. This one I got out of not Home Depot, IKEA. It was on the as-is area for $10. I snatched it up. See it there? Well, you can't see it anymore. But anyway, this I cut off the top of a pineapple and I potted it in here, and it rooted nice and lovely, and these two seem to really like each other. This is getting really tall. And there is my orchid. Now this one has never bloomed. Ouch, darn it, the damn leaves of this pineapple are sharp. On the sides of it. The orchid never bloomed for me. I read online that it needs at least 3 leaves for it to bloom, but every time I get a third leaf, one other one dies. I'm hoping this one will continue. I bought me some orchid spray, and I got that new leaf coming through behind that. This here is my jade that is very happy. Go jade, go jade. This is some succulent that I combined. It was like probably down here. I combined mine and my husband's together. Now it's all nice and tall. My rubber plant is doing really not good at all. I had to cut it. I cut it twice. And the leaves are too small because I didn't give it enough light. I moved it over here today because I'm realizing it needs more light. That's why these leaves are so freaking small. Here is my Hoya, and this has never flowered for me. This plant grows so slowly. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe I need to add some type of fertilizer to get it to flower, but I don't want to do that. It is what it is. There is my again. Venus Flytrap. The name is right there on it. I'm hoping for the best because this one here, sometimes once the fall and winter comes, I tend to kill it. I don't know. I just can't get it together. This plant here, I don't know what it is, but I really like it. This one here, I can't remember again. This one was in a dark corner, or a corner that didn't get a lot of light, so the leaves just went green, but it grew. So I was like, no, let me put it in the light again, and now you see the variegation is coming in. I believe it's a Dracenia, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Here is my Feminity Fig. This is the third one I had purchased. I eventually got it right the third time. This one is another Dieffenbachia that I love so much. It's similar to this one, but like the opposite, because it's light with the dark colored spots. One is dark with light colored spots. This is a yucca plant. I have found 2 of them, separate occasions, in Florida. I think one was in Lowe's, one was in Home Depot, or one was in Walmart, whatever it is. They were on the floor. I took it, I brought it home, I put it in water, it rooted, and it's loving it here in NYC. Now, over here we have another Dracenia that I was doing it wrong. It was, you see all those brown tips? I had to get it together. I was neglecting it because it was so far over here in my area that I just forgot about it. So I'm getting it back together. It's getting more green leaves, and I'm happy. This is my ZZ. This plant came from my husband's, one of his customers that he had. She gave him a leaf. The leaf was like 5 times the size of the leaves that's on here. I stuck it in the dirt. Eventually it did root, but it took forever to get a stem. But it is doing okay. it's such a plant you can ignore. I'm happy about that because sometimes I forget because I have so many plants. Here is my money tree. My money tree was bombarded by bugs at one point, and I wasn't trying to hear it, and I got rid of them damn bugs, and my plant made a comeback, and I'm very happy about that. But I still spray it every now and again just to make sure. Here is a Dieffenbachia as well. When I first got this plant, the leaves were like that, and I had it in a corner that was way too far from natural light, so the leaves had gotten like that small. You know, look at the comparison. Okay, eventually I put it in this area and gave it this artificial light, but the leaves have gotten bigger. The variegation in the leaves are amazing. That is something I'm definitely not complaining about, but I still want these leaves to be bigger. They were bigger this one. I already explained that they were like that. So let's see what happens. It's going to be some time. Here is my crown of thorns. Not doing good, but I actually am starting to get new leaves here. But look at this. I don't know. This is another plant that I had gotten from my husband's one of his customers, and this plant was so happy. I had it for some years now, at least 4 years, and it did flower again a little. But this, when I first got it and it grew out, the flowering on it was ridiculous. It was so many. It was so pretty. So let's see. I'm gonna cut all of that off. I'm so scared to touch this plant because it's got so many thorns on it. You gotta be so careful. But I'm gonna get the good gloves and I'm gonna cut it and hope that something good happens from it. This plant here that I got some time ago, I don't know what the hell this plant is. I refuse to throw it out. It's growing all kinds of crazies, but I just can't do it, guys. I can't. So, oh, and over here I do have another bamboo that I need to stop neglecting. See, when I put things in corners, I tend to forget about it. I gotta get this situated right. So at the end of the day, there it is, my plants in my living room. But these are not all of my plants. That's for a separate video, because this video will get even longer and it's too long as is. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can help me name the ones that I couldn't remember, or tell me what I'm doing wrong specifically with my spider plant. And any advice you can give me, I'll gladly listen and take and see what happens. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed again, and subscribe. Later.